Mm-hmm. I just beat the game. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Digit. How are you?
Add Astra.
Okay. So, as some of you may know, every year in Genshin Impact, they have this holiday called Lantern, right? This is the third one already. I think it's, well, it's clearly adjacent to the Lunar New Year. And there's a bunch of events going on now. I'm gonna be enjoying those. Because I missed. Dang, I'm missing a lot. Let me abandon. I started Nier again today. I had to play it on PS4 a few years ago. Forgot how much you love the narrative. Interesting. I guess I wouldn't have guessed that you liked the narrative in that. Oh my gosh, I keep missing them. Like, it feels kind of in your face, like what you expressed you hate. Perhaps a little pretentious. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? But I also haven't played it since launch, so I don't really know. All I do know is that I enjoyed it because it was fun. I just realized this is the Apple Archipelago song they're using. What the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa. No. This is like Mario Maker auto levels. Except a little more bit of inputs. Very cute. Very fun. Oh my god, that's a lot of
Come, you're in. Hold the line! Dare to mess with me? Ears of the storm! Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Yeah, do I have 800 points? Not quite yet.
Let's move out.
Oh, you didn't even get far in it the first time. So you haven't beaten it before, okay. I just automatically assumed, when you said you started it again, I thought you were doing a second playthrough. Yeah, I loved the game. I loved it a lot at the time. How do I do this? Oh, okay, I think I just stumbled into the answer. Gaps equipped with extra boards use mechanisms on the floor to control whether a gap is open or closed. The Huangguang can switch the state of stage gaps once you stepped on them. Oh. I'm gonna swap these, I think. Oops. Uh-oh. Crap. Oh! Oh, fuck. Not what I expected. Okay. Shit. Nope, I don't think I want that. Shit. No, 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 no. Oh, okay, it makes them float over that. Cool. Played Nier Replicant last year, and while you enjoyed the game, you couldn't make it ending B. I don't know anything about Replicant. Oh shit, I'm just gonna die right away. He's walking straight towards the thorn, and there's nothing I can do about it. But that opened a gap there. Okay. So we need this to be... Okay. And now that he's walking that way... How can I ensure that he steps on this button without killing it? I need to swing him up there. Maybe leave. Oh no. Back down. Do this. Step on the button. Wait. Not over. Shit. Nailed it. Pardon the eating noises. Hi, Queso. How are you today? Ow. Oh my gosh, I got juked. Yeah, give yourself a little shout out, sorry. Shut up. Man, am I smoking these fools or what? I have 140. One guy has... Second place has 47. Oh, I'm dead. No, these are mine. Ha. Dude, Rhythm Doctor is fucking sick. Shout out. Yeah. It's weird, but like saying we don't want to spoil it is like valid. It sounds weird, but like it's so cool. Yeah, I was really into the music as well. In hindsight, Diggs, knowing what you know now, would you trade something like, um, what did I offer? Would you trade Planet of Lana? You know, that you know. Dude, me being toxic AF, I wanted to rub it in your face so bad. With that said, I'm still very excited to start playing that game tomorrow. Well, even my first offer was just one game. That is very toxic, Unbun. Way to make an assumption. Is it not possible he just liked it, man? Don't worry, Diggs. When I play it, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. And then I'm gonna tell OpenCritic. No, but he genuinely loved those games, and it's not because of the companies. Like, you should listen to him talk about them, especially Ni no Kuni. I think I need 50 points. I think I got 50 already. Well, yeah, that's why it's his review. Your team has Metroid Prime 4, and while that game probably won't release this year, I think it was actually worth a worse game to draft since Forspoken had a release date. I don't think so. Because being able to drop non-releases is a thing. And even then, like, Metroid Prime 4 is not getting below an 80. Even if it does come out. Whereas, you know, Forspoken was just... Everyone hated on that game for the past 2 years. So I kind of disagree with calling it a worse game to draft. Not that any of that matters. Think I can get Yao Yao now. Yes, yes.
Today.
So Yao Yao was a new character that released last week. Well, I guess, yeah, you could pull her last week. But you can also get her for free because she's from Liyue, the nation that kind of represents China. And during the Lantern Rite, aka Chinese New Year, you can choose any 4-star Liyue character, and here she is. Fun fact is, she's actually been shown in like several official artworks probably 2 years ago, so we've known about her, but she finally came out, which is, I wouldn't say unprecedented, but a very, very unique thing. Because sometimes we don't know about characters that come out until like a month beforehand. Yeah, you definitely saw her 2 years ago. And that was way before Dendro was even an element. I should have went with Forza instead of dropping Justice League. Wait, what? Should have went with Forza. Instead of... Oh, I don't know why I added the word dropping in there. I honestly thought nobody even considered Forza. I feel like it's so out of everyone's peripheral, except me. But clearly I am wrong. Fucking Belko. He's not even gonna play that game. Yeah, I mean, I think I did too, as well as last year. At least last year I drafted it. Hola, Big Hank. How are you tonight? Sorry, but I'm trying to find what your counter pick is. Warhammer? What are you worried about? Are you worried about it being good? I don't think you're allowed to drop that. There's no reason, because we have very strict rules about our drops, and I think there's no reason that you would be able to. Most of our stuff is like... Oh, do we have an anything drop? I think you can then, in that case. I forgot that we have a single anything drop.
Allow me.
enjoying this conversation, by the way, guys. Thank you
Rest and rebuild.
for hanging out and entertaining me tonight. Who the L is Faruzan? What is L? Faruzan is another student at the Academia. 4-star Animo Bow. Nothing special about her, to be honest. She's a support for Animo DPS. Most people say she's really bad, except when she's C6. Then she's like... Animo DPS depends on her as a support. But she looks great. I like her, the way her, oh shit.
Hey! Allow me! We'll see about that. Hey. I see everything. Dare to mess with me?
She has like, holes, windows in her dress. Which is super cute. People also refer to her as Hatsune Miku because of the blue double pigtail. That's the price you pay for picking up Tears of the Kingdom. No. Now I'm flying around as Faruzan, because we brought her up. She came out during Scaramush's patch, if that wasn't obvious.
Too late for regret. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
That's following on.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Yeah, I think you quit during 3.3. Does Warhammer Space Marine Suit have a release date? I would hang tight M button and start getting a better feel for whether it's good or not. Personally, I'm excited for it because it looks fun. Wait, is a very strong word. You know what I mean, though. No, just a year, dang. Yeah, I would say hang tight, M button. Because counterpicking non-releases is the best way to go. Usually. Non-releases and high expectation Square Enix games are the best way to counterpick. Oh, I should pull out Yao Yao. Now. Well, I'm using Faruzan to get her friendship level up. I'm using Lisa because she's gonna get an outfit soon, and I want to just enjoy it. Or one patch at least. I guess I could go double Dendro. I don't even know what double Dendro does. EM increase? More EM increase? More EM increase? Cool. Yeah, let's try it out. She's a healer, so I don't need 2 healers, I think, with Kokomi.
Oh, lead the way. Follow me.
Plus now I have 2 chibi Dendros. Cool. Is it cool though? Actually, we'll test her out first in the test run. It is still January, guys, so we have a lot of time to make decisions that one might be worried about. Okay, first, her normal attacks. Yeah, she moves very cute. I like this one, where she's like kind of facing sideways, so she side eyes it. It's so cute. He is her bunny that shoots out little bombs, which will auto-target if there are enemies nearby, doing Dendro damage. Dang, that lasts pretty long too. You just did the Yelan quest, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty old one by now, I think. Not that old. But I'm glad you're chugging along. Bunny, yeah. Year of the Rabbit. Again, Chinese game. She's from the nation that represents China.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shot.
Look at her burst. She sends out an army of them, dude. Is this great? Oh, they don't last very long. Dang. I thought they lasted longer than that.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
I guess I hoped they lasted longer. Didn't she originally have radishes? I don't know about that. For all I know, she still does. Yeah, there's radishes in her backpack now. As well as the bunny. So cute little thing about her is, man, I feel like I'm explaining these things to nobody. She was found by Madam Ping to be gifted, I guess, whom is an adeptus. So Madam Ping started training her and then told like Cloud Retainer about her. So that's why she's learning how to use a spear and stuff. And the bunny was actually like a robotic gift from Cloud Retainer. So it's not only like given to her to protect her, but also, yeah, just to protect her, I guess. Like fight alongside her. And it also like calls other adeptus to come help her when she's in trouble. Which, you know, not a gameplay mechanic, but just a cute thing. Story detail. And it's a tracking device, even. Rip. Yeah, she's level 1 right now. Literally just grabbed her.
Did my spear just get lighter? It'd be great if it could get a little shorter, too.
Not the biggest fan of her VO. Oops, shit. I heard her talk a lot earlier in a quest. Love me some sounds, though.
People always say perseverance is a virtue, and I guess I know what they mean now. Patience is a virtue? But isn't patience the enemy of progress?
What the heck? Okay, she is a child, I guess. Maybe it's best if you don't. Modern Disney Pixar. I think I just realized, like, I haven't seen a modern Disney in a long ass time. Because I'm obsessed with this game, H.M. Hank, okay? No, I originally planned to get Alhaitham, and I needed the Dendro crystals. So I pre-farmed before the patch, and now I just have them, and I never got Alhaitham. Yeah, I should watch Soul. I heard a lot about that one. Yeah, a lot of her attacks have the word radish in them. That is the Dendro hypostasis material. It's okay. You quit during 3.3 and forgot. Did I put ER on her? I feel like that might not be so bad. Nah. I think we just use Zhongli stuff. So Hank, tell me how you feel about that ultra-long Aranara questline. For the record, I loved it. But I've heard a lot of people feel the opposite. Wow, she's already almost at 40 grand HP. Pretty good. I don't know if I want her to just be like a burst bot. How many resources do I really want to spend on her? Whatever. It's very neat. Tell me more, man. Go into detail. You like exploring caves a bunch, so that's good. I agree, I agree. Love caves. Love underwater shit. Caverns, dude. Okay, let's check out Alhaitham now. I've actually, even though I didn't get him myself, I've been able to play as him for the past week because I have access to a friend's account that has him. And boy, he is a freaking babe.
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Look how cool he attacks. What a badass. Like, he's ultra tryhard, but it just works.
Here you are.
The Festival Utsava. I don't remember when that occurs. But the fact that you've opened up so many world quests in Aranara land, I feel like that means you're far.
Oh boy.
I'll protect us.
A process of elimination. Flicker.
Oh my gosh, his AoE is insane. And his attack speed. Oh wow, okay. Yo, Big Dee. Hi there, how you doing? Good morning. So I have to ask, you did the entirety of Nahira's story, right? Doing good. Good to hear it. Okay. So, like, you're aware that the entire timeline has shifted. The reality of things have changed. So even when they say things like the forest remembers, like the Aranara, they don't. They don't remember. They probably have no idea who Rukkhadevata is even anymore. But I wonder if any of that affects that whole quest line at all. Like pre or post. Because I don't remember exactly how much of that comes into effect.
Oh, what's happening?
Anyway,
Over there.
just a little aside. Hey, Digit sitting at a 69? I thought it was like 67. You can't be mad about a 69, right? Yeah, thank you, I'm Wait, so if I push E... Huh. Oh wow, you've paid attention to which Archon they mentioned. Interesting. Isn't it curious? Yeah. Oh, it's literally throwing white radishes. Getting Luigi's Mansion 3 today. Cool. The game looks cool. I was planning to play it last October, but I think I was just like mentally fucked and didn't really stream in October very much. Just me and Zerman, so oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. In which case they should be like the tree remembers. What the F? Oh, this is like taking into account all of my equipment. That seems kind of wild. Okay, now what do I need? Oh my gosh, more green gems. 5 more to be precise. Can I do it? I can make 3, 4, 5. Heck yeah. Should I have brought her all the way to level 80? I don't know, but it's done. Oh no, do I want to use Scaramouche drops on her? I don't think so. Huh. I'll decide later. The Aranara individuals themselves are quite forgetful, but they have a system for storing memories in nature for the collective, and that feels like an allegory or something, but you don't know what. I think I need to Google the word allegory. I feel like I know what it means, but also I'm not sure that I know what it means. Wait, Al Gore? Oh, allegory? There's no... did they name their child after this word? A story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning. Definitely, dude. 100% that it's based on an allegory. But it's probably one that's, like, specifically Indian or Middle Eastern. Exactly. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, man. Maybe like the cells of a body. Oh. I don't know about all that. Anyway. One of my favorite parts about Lantern Rite is Hoyoverse goes hard on these cutscenes to celebrate. Lunar New Year's is like such a big thing to them, and I love it. You know, it's a big thing in my... I don't want to say culture, in my life as well. Do cells have short lifespans? There's classic Sleepy Gunyu.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Gunyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
Yeah, okay, so and I do, even though I own like a Cambodian and Cambodian Thai store, it's very adjacent considering they're neighbors, and a lot of Vietnamese people shop here, and the Vietnamese celebrate Lunar New Year's, and it is wild, dude. It's insane how much money is spent. Whoa, that's freaking crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty beat right now. I'm like deathly. I worked straight through the weekend. It's jolly though. It's jolly because everyone's super jolly, in a good mood and everything. And Vietnamese people love to get dressed up. It's wonderful.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand.
Most cells live for a few days only? Or hours?
Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, If this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
So the game Dead Cells should actually just be called Normal Cells.
Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be pretty cool. But Paimon definitely can't imagine any of the Adepti looking like that. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while.
Oh, Ganyu, you're so cute. Also, look at those hips, dude.
Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
Oh no, I already said this.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Well, what if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word. She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule it out just yet.
And this year they're trying to put together a music festival for the Lantern Rite. So hopefully we get some sick tunes. Because last year's Lantern Rite had like one of the best songs in the game called Myriad of Lights. I wonder if they'll be able to live up to that. So philosophy there is you now versus you a month ago. The cells that make up your body are completely different, but you're still you.
If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it.
I see your metaphor, or simile, but I can't help but feel like that's not the intent. Like, are they representing the body of Sumeru itself in that case?
You'll be able to confirm either way.
Hey, fair enough, fair enough.
I can, I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However, Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts. Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic. Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
Was last year's version of this the Guobo God thing? I don't even remember. I don't remember when that happened. I do remember a lot of this Lantern Rite stuff involved Shunhe and taking the other cheating members up to meet Cloud Retainer. There was a bunch of shit going on there. I don't remember the Guoba God being part of it, but I could be wrong. I think during one point as well, we even went to Qingse village. And there was like a whole line there with Chongyun and Xingchu. Did you play during last year's Lantern Rite? Cooking contest. Well, I mean, it could have been. There's like various events going on at the same time with various characters. Look at that bunny. Okay. So yeah, probably not if you didn't play during it, but you played the quest. I should change her wings. Does this match? I just noticed she has huge bells on her head. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, that was weird. Can you hear the bells? Oh, you can. Look at the bunny in the backpack, though. It's so funny.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
You're floating.
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Bunny ears are bouncier than Mio's.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could she have run into trouble?
Somehow Paimon doubts that anything could cause serious trouble for her.
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling?
Started Sunbreak? Monster Hunter, right?
Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
Why don't you try it, Paimon?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
Alright, I'll give it a try.
Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center!
And do you want to discuss that, Big Hank? I don't really know anything about Monster Hunter. Pretty sure Big Bun's into it.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
Xiao. Hey, Shenhe.
How do you feel right now?
Oh my god. She looks so good.
Shenhe! And the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it. Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Sorry for troubling you both.
Glad you're okay.
You leaving already?
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
As ever, the
All right.
Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like the wind. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now.
I never really thought of Ganyu as a shy type. She's just very polite, but I guess she is shy.
How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like. Oh, I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However... Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire.
You use the long sword. Is that like a claymore type of thing? Yo, wave. Sorry, dude. On the side, I'm like obsessed with Genshin Impact. And I'm catching
so
up
we
on
just
some
missed her.
things. Probably no Elden Ring for quite a while. 'Cause tomorrow I'm starting a new game as well. We'll get back to it eventually for sure, but
Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll
It
leave
might
the
be a
gift in her
minute.
abode. Sure. Thank you.
but hello. How are you? How was your weekend? How was your Monday?
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that.
Getting wrecked in Street Fighter 5. You're training for 6 or what? That's coming out in June.
Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Ganyu gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Oh, is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Oh, new to the game, okay. What made you pick up Street Fighter 5 so late in its life cycle, if you don't mind me asking?
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
It's... relaxing sound. Or, a nerve-wracking sound. Or even a terrifying one.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh, really? Great, let's go! Stay put!
Oh, gotcha. On sale is always a good reason.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything! Oh, whew! Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
Oh, Paimon wasn't quite done with the description.
It's very pretty, yeah, dude. Like, you haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
Yeah, PC.
Oh. And a melody is?
The world is, like, actually legitimately insane to look at sometimes. These developers do an amazing job. You can tell a lot of love and care goes into everything.
Huh?
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
I've been playing this game since launch, and I'm kind of a whale, even. I've spent a good amount of money on this. And I've loved it the entire time. Okay, never mind. I hate this.
Oh, was that from the opera that Yoonjin sang?
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yoonjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day. So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs, and a few other things come to mind too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops. The tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
All the sounds of Liyue Harbor.
Yes, that's right.
I bit my tongue.
In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Liyue probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Kuching and Shenna are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Yeah, Hank's just like bouncing back and forth between subjects. He had mentioned he started Monster Hunter Sunbreak. So, and I don't really know anything about Monster Hunter games, so I asked him about it. And yeah, he was just telling me about that. It's the default starting weapon, so you've only just used that. Imagine just using only the default starting weapon through an entire game. What a...
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer,
And
I would
just in
like
case
to
it wasn't
visit my home in
clear,
the city.
that was a
Please
joke,
invite
because
Kuching as
in
well.
Elden Ring I'm running around naked with a club.
I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
I doubt Kuching will be munching on any flowers.
Who
Whoa.
dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Are they learning how to become... Not really. This is not Detroit. The white hair on the left, she was raised by these creatures, I guess, called Adeptus, who live among humans, I guess, but she is a human, but she was raised by them, so she doesn't really know about human society and, like, how to integrate herself. So yeah, I guess she is learning how to become a human, even though she is one. And blue hair on the right, she is one of the Adeptus. So she's like this fantastical being that's lived for thousands of years. But in her case, she has been living among humans. She's just very shy. Channel point idea: clothe the poor wretch. I'm gonna put a dress on her. Eventually. I just waiting for something that I like, man. Everyone thinks I'm running around naked because I don't want to put on anything. I summarized it well. Thank you for saying that. Every Monster Hunter weapon type has an incredible amount of depth and countless little nuances, so trying out a new one is also pretty daunting for that reason. Yeah, I can imagine me sticking with the default as well, because when you consider the reason I'm doing that in Elden Ring is because I'm not super willing to, like, relearn timings and all that.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Plus the whole stat sticks.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has
Double
the will
humph.
to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already. Barely a moment has passed since we last met.
This
and
bird,
yet your
Cloud
impertinence has
Retainer,
reached
is
new
also
heights.
an Adeptus.
Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further.
Welcome back, Big Bun.
One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity.
Oh, okay. Good night, Big Bun.
Well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Rite, Shinha.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Oh, that's cute. She's humming it now. She learns quick. Yo. Having someone that has never seen this game before, like, ask me questions about it and listen to me without writing it off right away, that's fucking hype. I'm so happy right now.
Is this Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
Yeah, I know who Guizhong is.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike.
Whiff a lot, but sometimes do really cool stuff. Pretty Crane. Yeah, she's like a high level Adeptus.
Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home,
Oh, stupid
reserving
treasure
for
hoarder.
us seats around the largest stone table. Seagazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Seagazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations.
More like a katana. Gotcha.
As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled with Seagazer. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
She's so petty.
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
So, little aside, I guess, another little fun fact. Guizhong, or as she's pronouncing it, Guizhong, was the goddess of dust. We heard about her in, like, the very first couple months of this game, but she's someone that is dead long ago. I think in the Archon War, 500 years ago. But I think she had like a very strong bond with Zhongli. Perhaps even romantically. And they haven't actually like mentioned or talked about her at all in a long ass time, so this is good. This is nice.
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat.
The most relevant non-playable? Not really. She only comes around really during Lantern Rite. How many non-playables has had this many lines? True. Maybe Madam Ping, but probably not. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we could look at other characters that have spoken a lot. And I think some of them you're not even aware of yet. But it's too hard to, like, put a number on how many lines they've spoken.
She always sought to make everyone happy.
Do you remember Tepe?
And one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended.
She was, for sure, but not really anymore, to be honest. Catherine, true. Catherine is probably more relevant and non-playable, but probably doesn't have as many lines.
It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or ladybird.
Come on, get over yourself!
Get over yourself.
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations?
The stove god,
At the
that's
sight of
Goba.
him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always
I love these
bothered
lore
by how the
dumps.
cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
Rex Lapis being Zhongli, the Geo Archon. Dunyarzad, yeah. But she also just doesn't talk that much in comparison. I do wonder if we'll get any more about Dunyarzad now that Dia is coming out next month. And Dia had a lot to do with Dunyarzad. Like, she liked her a lot.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains, until the moon set and the sun rose.
I hope so as well.
And only then would the banquet finally come to an end.
There's more NPCs you're going to like, Hank. Keep playing, man.
Streetwood Rambler would often
I'm excited for
remain
you.
to admire the flowers
And
of
in fact,
Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glazed lilies were far more abundant back then.
no. Scarlet
Entire
Witch had
fields of them would have
so
pierced
few
the eye as
lines,
a veritable sea of flowers.
and is probably irrelevant to anything now.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story?
She was in the 3.3 Archon. Come on.
Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already...
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here
La
are a reminder
Signora,
of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow.
which is also not her real name, I guess.
One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Cutscene?
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge
That's
the
the
quality of
Guizhong
our
Ballista.
creations.
Whoa.
But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vopus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul.
Yo, that's
An
Madam
emotional
Ping?
enterprise that could
No
never
way.
hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede.
These animations
He
are so
confiscated the bell
absurdly
and
beautiful.
designated it for
Jesus
ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next.
But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
As someone that's like so invested in this, those scenes hit me so hard. Just all these characters that we spend so much time with. Like, we always see them separate, but knowing in the past they're all together doing these things. It's so cute.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted.
Hey, relatable.
But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history.
What is that
Clearly,
saying?
she refrained
My
from
foot.
sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come. As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia.
Yes, yeah.
Some things between us are implicitly understood.
We've known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes.
She's so
Remembers
petty,
now.
dude. It's funny.
The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhong's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're lucky. Like, money doesn't always solve everything. I feel like the people they have working on this are just incredibly talented as well. Obviously, you know, the money makes it possible, but there's also that factor. Like, it kind of sucks. We don't even know, like, the names of, like, who might be, like, the head of... I don't know what title, obviously, but, like, who's keeping all this lore together, you know? Who's making sure it's all cohesive. It's obviously a huge team, but these people doing all this, and we don't really get to know about them. It's kind of a shame. But either way, they're doing an incredible job. And then they're also lucky to have Yu Peng Chen, whom to me has quickly become like one of the best, if not the best. My favorite video game composer. Everything he puts out is fucking magic. Alright, Dee Dee, thanks for coming by, man. Have a good Tuesday.
Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Gui Zhang passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetwood Rambler.
Yeah. Shout out, man, to Hoyoverse and what they've done with this incredible art.
If she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this.
Not flawless, of course.
After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?
Aw, poor Madam Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Gui Zhang a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Gui Zhang was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories, too, would have been lost to the sands of time.
Sure thing. Big cheese.
As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Speaking of which, signed up for another closed beta of Honkai Star Rail.
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
I don't really know anything about what that's gonna be, but if it's half as good as this, I'll probably be content.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Liyue Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way, so I too am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on. Because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
No, Hank. That's why they became hoyovers. Welcome back, Big Cheese.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
Yeah, they're doing a lot. Not to mention, like, all these albums they're putting out, and even, like, hosting concerts and shit.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Like, I personally, like, I have to wonder, these super high budget, well produced concerts, that they just plop them on YouTube, like, how much money is that making them? I have to wonder. It's not something anyone is paying for. It's like, I guess it's just purely ad revenue.
Why don't you come with us?
Yeah. Make sure... I forgot the name of the game. I can't make the joke. I forgot the name. I hate Worm.
It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Liyue Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply
Like,
let them pass you by?
I don't know. Maybe this is like baby, simple baby material, but I love this writing right now. Cloud Retainer is she's always this way, you know, very self-righteous, high and mighty, speaks in this tone that makes you feel like, oh shit, she knows what's up. But Ganyu, the shy one here, she is well composed, but she's so soft-spoken, but just being outright like, have you thought of this, or I disagree with you, and just like making Cloud Retainer see things in a different way. To me, I love this shit. It makes this world just feel like so much more. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by? If nothing else, do it for Ganyu.
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable.
Alright.
Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting. Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Sea of glaze lilies.
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
How silly is that? Alright, we're departing in earnest. As well. God. We don't spend time in the UA anymore. It's all about Sumeru. So just hearing this tune is so pleasant.
Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how many actual adolescents are playing this game. I wonder what this game is even rated. There's a lot of body parts in this game. And plus, like, the whole gacha thing, I think that limits
Whoa, what's happening over there? Can we take a sneaky peek?
kids
Huh?
to a
Can
degree,
we?
I guess. I don't actually know the rules. I think the theme, out of all the town themes, is still my favorite. Even though they're all incredible. Inazuma especially is quite emotional. But this song just makes me happy. Keep it away from kids.
And Cloud Retainer?
Has Cloud Retainer ever been in town before?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Pardon the noise as I open this bag of Takis.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
'Cause you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh?
Well, the gacha system is never in your face. So that's good.
Alright?
Unlike other mobile gacha games, when you open this game up, you just load into the game. You're in the world. There's no menus to click through.
So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Ah, let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter.
Huh?
What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
Guizhong.
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done, after all. Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom.
Alright, Big Bun.
But as she interacted,
Thank you for putting an
more and
effort to
more,
hang out. That's very cute
her
of you.
opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them, and a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an Adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madame Ping looks very emotional right now.
Well, she's been through a lot, man.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did, and whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
When it went out, you swapped your phone to mobile data and came here to type it was out, but when your TV came back on, closed Twitch app and swapped it back to internet, then turned your head and TV was out again.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Oh, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat.
This is almost like directly calling out aka Beelzebub, aka the Raiden Shogun herself. Even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat.
Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny!
Yo, Yanfei.
Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
The youngest Adeptus.
And now we've spooked down.
What was that?
No,
She said,
Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Happy Lantern Rite, Yanfei.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
I'm confused, Mbun. This game has a photography club? If I've played it? Or planned to? You talking about... Oh, Persona 3 Portable. Yeah, I do plan to play it. I think I'm a fan of the Persona series now. Now that I like 2 of them, I think. And I hear 3 is, like, really good as well. And shorter. So yeah, I would like to play it sometime.
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day. As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Wow, that'd be great. We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains.
Look at this shot of the
Perhaps
harbor.
She will look at the Liyue of
What a
today
fucking game,
and
guys.
steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Just so, this is the third lantern, right? And every time it's just so beautiful. Thank you, Hank. It's above and beyond of you. Oh, Kuching.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuching's here too! Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious? I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Have you played any of this yet, Hank? Do you know what this quest is all about?
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Well, since you're watching, you don't mind if I say, right? This guy is a musician from... Well, I guess I should wait for you to answer. I got excited.
Speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the best at the music
Don't make
festival.
fun. I just like being cautious.
Paimon has a sneaking suspicion
No?
that she'll
Oh.
stay in her usual spot but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Huh. Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Okay. Well, we're about to get, hopefully, an amazing cutscene.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling him everything. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad. It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, All our efforts are worthwhile.
Happy Lantern Rite, Kaching.
Happy Lantern Rite
Who
to
the
you as
fuck?
well.
I'm in the cutscene, bro. Come on over.
That should be everything taken care of. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something.
Uh-oh.
What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway,
Nascent bamboo shoots.
Jean-Lee said he wasn't in a hurry,
Oh,
so...
she's in the cutscene.
There's
We got a Ding Wong player, dude. Let's go.
Anyway, even if we don't
And they're
make it,
laggy.
it's not our fault. He could have totally picked him by himself. Ugh. Anyway, let's check with him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
And they have Noel. They're Geo.
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty
Aw,
of time for
what a
work
cutie
later.
pie. This person. I need to find a cute emote.
Come a little closer.
Don't be scared.
Oh, they just threw a bunch of lanterns up. This person literally joined here to say Happy Lunar New Year and then threw lanterns into the sky. What? How incredible is that? So jolly. Now I don't know what to do.
You play. You're up.
Can you leave now, person? I got a video game to play. This is awkward. Alright. Let's click on them. Oh, they're really... Oh no, they'd be doing Spiral Abyss and everything, even AR-60. But for some reason, they're running around with a level 60... Oh, never mind. Level is not the character, it's the
Don't
AR.
put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on.
No, wrong emote.
In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace.
I'm bun. You're right. Oh my gosh, that was a treat. So random. All they wanted to say was Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, so cute. What the F? Yeah, I hate looking at my 3DS.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too!
Welcome back.
Really, really well.
Wait, this is the same conversation. Oh my gosh. I can't skip it either.
I see. That certainly
Huh.
I have to
Oh, but straight.
Madam Pink.
Yep, Kuching sub.
I think that can wait until after the concert, though.
Ah, speaking of, Paimon has.
Wait. Oh no. Now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay. Nope. Another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
I don't think he's a famous composer, by the way. He's just part of
Mr.
a
Dvorak?
company that
He's already gone.
puts together
Before he set
concerts.
up-
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, it can make. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
It sounds like you had an event.
Wait, does that?
Mm-hmm. As long as everyone enjoys the festival, happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Paimon feels like she's. Shoot! Latent. Wait, no. Anyway, Jean-Lee said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right?
Yeah, sorry. I think that person joining my world made everything start over.
Ugh.
Are we gonna see every single Liyue character in this event? Yo. 3 girlfriends. Not girlfriends, I just mean like, you know. I like seeing them all be friends. It's so cute. Okay, they're just like lifeless and standing there, but... Let's walk up as Yao Yao. Ooh, let's throw a bunny in the cutscene. Uh-oh. Are we gonna get some cringe?
All right, let's take a break here. Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
Oh my gosh, Hutel's voice is so cool.
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight? Okay.
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect spot to rehearse.
Invisible audience members?
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Director Who.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all. There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Shinyan's courts, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
Bro, her voice is so nice to listen to. Heck yeah.
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore! Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along. But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this'll be safe?
No, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've already informed the Yuhong of all the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends.
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here. To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new.
I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
Sure thing. I'm all ears.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
This game. Where the heck is Mount Hulao? Jesus Christ. I actually have some discount codes from Nintendo because it was my birthday. But I feel like I never want to buy Nintendo shit. Holy fuck. It's them in the flesh. Oh my, I don't think this has ever happened.
Don't be scared. Paimon sees them. It's illuminated deer and illuminated bird number 2.
Greetings everyone, long time no see. Oh, we have seen them before, that's right.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor?
I actually don't remember the Redbird though. I do remember this guy. He was on the very first Lantern, right?
Everything's great. But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli, here you are. We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow-cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism, is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind. She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey. Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Of course.
Oh, Zhangli, Huta told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there.
Yay!
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Yo, I could take photos with them. I don't think I've ever, like, we've never had, like, opportunities to chill with their 3D models. I'm so easily entertained. What a dork. This is cool. Look at the trees. They look cool as well.
Had one known that Cloud Retainer was in possession of such eminently useful devices, one would have sought to borrow one from her long ago.
And yet, since you share my lack of enthusiasm for mechanisms and fine dining, it would have become a mere decorative ornament in your abode.
Not so. Had one had such a device to make up for one's lack of culinary prowess, Shenhe would not have had to rely on flowers and herbs alone for sustenance, while under one's care.
In that case, shall we rendezvous with Cloud Retainer one day soon, and request to borrow one more Supreme Cuisine machine?
Supreme Cuisine machine.
Idea indeed. Had one known that Cloud...
Oh
Not
gosh.
so.
Oh gosh.
A fine...
I intend to reminisce with my old friends for a while longer. You ought to get back to Liyue Harbor.
This is a performance you do not want to miss. Absolute. Oh, look at Zhongli. There you go. Which way are we facing? That way. Facing north. I guess it doesn't really matter.
We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees.
Wait, did I get my bamboo soup? I literally had bamboo soup for dinner. Oh gosh, I have too many dishes that I never clicked. You know what? I'm never gonna find it. I'm just gonna let the song play out. Uh-oh, never mind.
Give up.
Here we go.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh! I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
Oh my god.
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Oh, just Shamaha and Cloud Retainer by themselves.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao lantern, the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display
Her
its
competitive
magnificence for
nature.
all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
Yay. Ah, oh, what a cute game. Between facades and familiar faces. Wait until... What is that? 8 o'clock? 7 o'clock.
The happiness it
Look,
brings lasts for
here's
only the
Yunjin and Shinyan just hanging out here now.
Okay, now I need to get a move on and write my next song.
Listen to you. You only just fulfilled one lifetime dream. Are you really thinking about your next goal already?
Don't try to tell me you ain't the same way. I bet you've already thought up a name for your next opera, haven't you?
You know me too well, Xinyan. The Adeptus Seeking Voyage. How does that sound?
Oh, man! Yeah, I can already picture it.
I've also got just the finishing line for it. I'll close with, and the celestial melody echoed through the clouds forevermore.
You. Oh. I have to wait one more whole day. Whole day.
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Huta for dinner! Woo! And we'll be meeting at Shinyue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected of the parlor director, always so generous! Come on, let's go!
Join the adventurers.
Hello? Am I lagging? Uh-oh. Hello? Chat, can you hear me? Oh, you can. Well, it's not my internet, it's the game. No. Stop this. I want to finish. Oh, okay. Roll back. Alright, Hank. See you later.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Yeah, they're all like really young, and then he's just super old, so that's cute.
Oh, you flatter us.
It's fun seeing the different groups of friends.
If it's possible,
May I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hu invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to... My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba?
Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being.
It's easy content to produce for a live service game, but you respect how much of the quest Genshin has that are entirely comprised of narrative. You appreciate it when storytelling is a content rather than a means to an end. I mean... Preach it, man. You're talking to the guy that wants to hear nothing but praise for this game. And, you know, I consider you someone hard to please, so... it makes me happy to hear you say that. I think they truly know how important these characters are to us and to them.
Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Huta went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important.
That's why I love you, Queso.
Could it be Keqing? Ningguang? Or Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify.
I
And
hate
as
you,
her
Diggs.
subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Ta-da! We're here!
True, Cal the Kangaroo. But yeah, I feel like we've just been listening to characters talk for the last 2 hours, which is pretty insane when you think about it, right? And I don't know. Obviously, you guys are just chilling, but I'm just like in love with this, all of this.
Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right?
like I always say, like it just brings the world so much more life when these characters are just simply living in it, and almost nothing more than just living in it.
Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh.
Oh.
I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
I've been looking forward to meeting you.
The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
A few days ago at Wangshu Inn.
It's almost lantern right. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
Yep. Yeah. The beginning of the game sucked, for sure. Fortunately, I was in it for the waifus back then. But geez, it just became so much more for me. Hello, Kunikazushi. How you doing, Jay?
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
I don't think they'll ever go back, Diggs.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh. Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I'm doing pretty good as well, thank you. I'm like having a blast. Just sitting here listening to these characters talk for hours on end. And on top of that, pretty jolly mood overall.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal.
Thank you, Hu Tao.
I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
Yeah, we are. You know what's funny is also Xiao and Hu Tao came out in the same patch 2 years ago. Exactly 2 years ago.
Great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh? Finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing.
They're shipped? Ew. No.
Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
I hate that ship.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together,
I
both in
refuse.
the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary
Xiao
Conqueror
smiling,
of
wow.
Demons. Chang Yun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past.
I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Master
Oh
Festival.
yeah, I remember that.
I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden.
Paimon doesn't get her own chair, even though there's a chair to the left. She just has to float there.
Adeptus Shao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Wait, I want to hear what Diggs is referring to. I can't tell if he's setting up a joke or if there's actually something he's familiar with, because the game doesn't really. Traveler on the bench? What does that mean? Beidou and Ningguang, yes. That's the one.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
Oh, okay, that's pretty funny, Diggs. Got it. Sorry, it went over my head. But it was a good joke after all. No, thank you for explaining that.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere.
Okay, so, as you know, Ningguang, the character I'm obsessed with, she was like this poor homeless girl and grew up, got ultra rich doing, like, being a master of, like, trading and shit like that, and became, like, pretty much the leader of this whole city called Liyue. So now, you know, she's rich, she runs the town, she takes care of everything. Everyone looks to her to make decisions regarding the well-being of this city. And then there's Beidou, whom is a pirate. But they're friends. Somehow they're friends and they get along. And gosh, there's so much more between them that I'm incapable of expressing, I guess.
I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention then?
Even their design language is pretty similar, like...
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea.
I would be happy to show you in a moment.
Into the sky,
If you will, humor me.
and embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
What the fuck? Who's clapping?
Indeed.
What the hell?
Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good.
Ike, go!
We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding. Cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Yeah, how did she do that?
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Not long ago at Wangshu Inn again. Actually, in the cutscene earlier, we saw Ningguang standing with
gotcha.
Beidou.
Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Shao.
Oh, the irony here, by the way, to those that don't know, Hu Tao, being a lively girl, as that lady just said, she's actually the director of a funeral parlor.
Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
There we go. She actually just got the job. Well, actually, it was like 2 years ago in real life. During patch, like what, 1.3 or something like that.
Is there something you need?
Oh.
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess. Huh? There's more to it? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
And its previous director, maybe?
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection,
Why is she
it still
so
took me
fun?
quite a while to actually convince him. You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
I never really noticed Xianling's voice is kind of grating.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
An old friend?
You should know him. He's
sitting across the table from me? Wait, who's doing that noise?
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
Is that Venti, dude?
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that saying? That voice. Could it be?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. go welcome our guest in.
No such need.
Oh my god, it is. This is unprecedented. A character not from Liyue visiting here during the event.
You finally let me in.
Heck yeah.
Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone deaf bard.
Why did he react that way?
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes.
Does he know who
Looks
Venti
like
is?
we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
Mm-hmm. This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing!
He says that knowing full well who Zhongli is.
All right, I'm digging in.
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. Ah, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Look at them staring at each other, pretending they don't know each other. It looks like Xiao knows him too, but why?
Yes, yes.
I guess they all lived in the same age back then, fought in the same war.
Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
This.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
So that's how it was, huh?
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise.
His eyes shifting around.
Shao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
This is a weird scene. It's so long, this dinner scene. Where are they going with it? I feel like they're going nowhere. It's purely just for fun.
Huh? Oh!
I imagine.
Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories." The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you.
Let's shake hands.
Of course, of course.
Oh.
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Paimon, watch and learn from Hu Tao and Venti. This will come in handy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen.
Is there gonna be more music?
Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
But the music festival wasn't even planned.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him.
Thank you.
Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
What's with the urgency?
Wait. Why can't Xiao do this?
Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
Wait, what's happening exactly? I'm not catching on. Oh my gosh, look at this room. Full of characters. Venti talking to Zhongli. We've been waiting for that for so long. The two pyro spears. These two best friends. And Xiao by himself. Paimon. In front of a table full of food. I have to do this.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
So cute.
Let's depart. You go ahead.
Wait, I need to listen to everyone.
You're not allowed to leave Paimon here alone. To be honest, Paimon's worried about saying the wrong thing.
Oh.
Did you talk about anything interesting before we started the meal? Anything fun I missed out on?
Oh.
Oh, we were talking about cooking.
Oh.
Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Xiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil and sesame oil. He suggested I try using those in my new dishes.
Oh, no wonder he left his post for so long that day. Those ingredients would be difficult for anyone else to find. I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
About you and Venti. Could he be a partner in your family business?
That's right. You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
Oh boy, I'm tired. But I feel like I need to wrap this up. Oh. Whoa.
Are you all right?
I should be the one asking you.
It's hard to describe.
Are you unfamiliar with gatherings like this?
It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time...
I understand. It's all Venti's fault.
No. I didn't mean that. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point then. The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. It's easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans, and that's something I might never be able to do.
You don't have to be like them.
That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
Like, in a good way?
Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come.
Dude.
She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here. But I didn't expect the other guests to be...
No one would have guessed.
General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not. What is it?
No, we love you, Xianling.
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
But not so anxious that she can't eat. Sounds like she'll be okay.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanxiao made.
You're worrying too much.
Yeah, don't pull any lemniscatic wind cyclings on it. What?
Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup.
Oh,
Since the Masterful
she
Chefs
remembered.
competition, you could say that Yanxiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
Shit.
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
We were pretty quick. You're only angry because you have no sense of time.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like.
Huh. Are they referencing her potential origin?
Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Strive to be more like Hu Tao, Paimon.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense, To the most distinguished guest among us all.
Who's that?
Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I think so, Jay. That's what I was thinking, but I'm not super familiar with all that either.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone, I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Yeah.
That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the master
Yay,
chef
Shenling.
competition,
The regular
owner of the
girl
famous
that
One Bean restaurant,
likes to cook
good old friend of
and
mine.
nothing more.
No better choice.
Not a god. Not a goddess.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one
Not
again?
an adeptus. But our distinguished guest.
If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue
Oh, never mind. I thought they were gonna rest there, but nope. They're just gonna go through every character.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Ooh, not a bad choice. With the colors
Everyone
and
just
the lighting
claps.
the incense,
Like, yeah,
we're
yeah.
all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness, which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should... I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Is he gonna say it's Zhongli?
You should all be able to make
It's
the right
Traveler.
judgment based on
It's
your
gonna end up
observations.
being Traveler.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Huh?
Oh, that's right. Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Huh?
Yes, Paimon, do it.
Paimon's the most distinguished guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need.
So cute.
Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Exactly, Venti. Shout out to Twitch and streaming and sharing this with my friends.
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like that. Those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you.
Aw.
You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the Traveler as Guoba is to me. Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the Traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
The 2-for-1 coupon referring to the fact that she's trying to sell, like, coffins for her funeral. Meaning, if everything goes the way she wants, people are gonna die. Jeez, what a character. Is that it? Oh, we get more scene. Okay.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Thanks for the treat, Hutao.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli.
Meet a friend on the ship. Must be Beidou.
I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
Okay.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye! Oh, we should write poetry together sometime. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Bye.
Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid.
Okay, let's stop teasing him now.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic.
Soraya? Isn't that the blue hat?
From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side.
No, don't do this to me, game.
Mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler. Good that you were aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'll see you next time then.
Jeez. Sounds like a bit much. Just straight up die. Alright. Well, I think we're done with the lantern, right? That was adorable. And very, very long. I need to sleep. I'm so tired. Holy crap. Nah, dude. Don't even say that. Paimon's gonna live forever. Cheeseman, are you still around? Before you go, Cheese, I just wanted to show you a Bay doll. Actually, let me put them in a party. It'll be easier.
Don't disappoint me.
I trust you.
Yep. You're right. There's eye patch. Yeah, she's just this pirate, and she happens. She used to like cause trouble. But they started getting along, and yeah, she's been nicer to Ningguang. And huge boobs. That move, yeah. I never noticed they move so much. Jeez. See the way like her hair stick comes out on one side? It's like in, oh shit, I have the wrong costume on. It's like a parallel to Ningguang and her hair stick coming out the other side. And you know, their friendship is canon. They do talk about doing things for each other in like a very suggestive manner. So yeah, I think it is like one of few official, it's not even official ship, but yeah, I think it's one of the better ships I feel like a total fucking dork talking about ships. But yeah. Alright. Thanks, everybody. Those are called hairpins. I don't know, man. Tomorrow I'm taking off from work. I think. So I think I'm just gonna play Forspoken all day. So hopefully, if anyone's free, you can hang out with me.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Bye-bye.